Hello, my tie-dyers, fandom lovers, and fanfiction readers and writers. Today, I'm going to be reading a story on my friend G's page that I have not read before. I'm going to be reading Beauty and the Chocolatier, the Willy Wonka. I want to start this by reading the description. I started this when I was in 7th grade. Let me know if you like it. Enjoy. Warning, some major subjects are in the story. You have been warned. Okay, so she put a trigger warning in this. So I don't know what major subjects there are, but I would just be careful watching this. Watch at your own risk, or if you know that you are sensitive to certain big topics, don't watch this, or watch at your own risk. Okay, so I think this is the chapter right before the first chapter, so let's do this. I wrote this during my 7th grade year. I wrote this when I was in 7th grade. This was the first story that I ever wrote. I don't know how this story works, but let me know if you like it. I meant this to be a book, not a short story. So you know. No, I wrote this when I was younger, and I have another story that I might put on Wattpad, but let me know if you want to read it. I also have more characters that I want to write about. I have Disney princesses and princes, so let me know what you want to read and I will do it. Please let me know what you think. I am continuing this story. I am planning this to be like a full book. Enjoy. Alright, let's read chapter 1, the beginning. Once there were 4 families: the Hatters, the Montagues, the Capulets, and the Wonkas. The daughter of the Capulets, Lord Juliet, and the son of the Montagues, Lord Romeo, fell in love. The Hatters had 4 lovely children that were only 3 and younger. On the other hand, the Wonkas were thinking about having a baby. Although Romeo and Juliet got a secret marriage, they didn't know that Juliet was pregnant with a baby girl. Meanwhile, the Wonkas are also expecting a baby boy. 9 months later, Juliet and Mr. Wonka and Mrs. Wonka went into labor. At this moment, Romeo was fighting with Tybalt and killed him. In the hospital, Juliet and Mrs. Wonka went into the same room to have their children. After hours, they finally had the 2 babies. But sadly, Mrs. Wonka died before since but sadly, Mrs. Wonka had died. Before Mrs. Wonka had died, they named the boy Willy Chocolate Wonka. Juliet had named the girl Belle Rose Capulet. Juliet got the news that her husband killed himself because he thought that she had died instead of Mrs. Wonka. Juliet got the news and grabbed a knife and stabbed herself and died. Wow. Juliet and Romeo's family were so mad at themselves that they refused to take Belle, so they just left. The Wonkas and the Hatters didn't know what to do with the girl. Then they decided to make a rearrangement to have the Hatters sign the adoption papers and the Wonkas to raise Belle since they had Willie the same age. The Hatters had another 4 children to take care of, that they shouldn't take in another kid. We're sorry, but we can't take in another child, said Zinni Catter. Then we could take her. We have the room and the money, replied Wilbur Wonka. So they made it happen. The Hatters signed the papers, and Wonka's got Belle. They had a room for Belle, just like they promised, and made sure to have a lot of pictures of Belle and Willie. Although the Hatters were in France, they lived in Wonderland, which if they did take Belle with them, she couldn't stay long because she would get sick and might die. In the end, the Wonkas and the Hatters were happy with what they made for Belle. You know, Belle and Willie could be together, and Grandpa Wilford. I know what you mean, Father, but they could be best friends first. Maybe they could be lovers, said Wilbur. The baby years were very difficult and very fun. Wilbur was wanting to be a father for so long, and he was. Of course, sometimes it was hard, but he put a smile on his face. Sometimes then never. Belle was easier than Willie. Father, can you help me? Asked Wilbur. It depends, said Wilford. Can you just help me? I can't take care of 2 babies at once, said Wilbur. So they both took turns to care for Belle and Willie. Still, it's hard for 2 men who care for 2 babies that are motherless. Well, for Willie at least, Coco, stop. Even though no one knows about Belle's real family, all they need to know is they were jerks and ran away. Life for Belle and Willie is going to be a mystery. No one knows what is waiting for them. All that they will know is that they will have each other. The house was ginormous and grand. The inside was like a magical castle that was enchanted. It was clear that they were being treated like a prince and princess, but they were never spoiled. Back to the inside of the house. The kitchen was like a restaurant's kitchen. There were a stove and a sink, even a little pot for dirty dishes. The living room had nice dark red wallpaper that went nicely with the black sofa. The upstairs had 9 bedrooms. Some can be an office or even a workout room. In the 1800s, it was not that weird to have a lot of bedrooms. Besides, Wilbur was a famous dentist, and he had a lot of money. Unlike his father, Wilbur was determined to have a future that didn't have to do with anything chocolate-wise. His father was a chocolatier, but he wasn't successful. So now Wilbur had to deal with his father being in a wheelchair. Oh, like me. Meanwhile, the Hatters had 3 little children to care for and another on the way. The 4 children's names are Aaron, William, Maddie, Maddle, and Harley. Harley is only a year old, even though the Hatter family is in Wonderland, and they can't contact the Wonkas to see how Belle is doing. Zanuck Hatter, who is the father of the 4 children. Zanuck Hatter, who was the father of the 4 children. Zanuck Hatter, who was the father of the 4 children, wanted to have Belle meet his children. Wilbur wanted to wait for some years because they are only babies. As time went on, Belle and Willie grew older and bigger. They are now 5 years old, and Willie is beginning to become a troublemaker. Belle, on the other hand, was a perfect little angel. Willie, stop being a little troublemaker. Be more like Belle, said Wilbur. No, I am myself, and I am not Belle, replied Willie. Willie doesn't like listening and gets on Wilbur's nerves. Willie, Chocolate Wonka, clean this up now, yelled Wilbur. In some cases, Willie gets out of ease, but this time he needs to clean up. Meanwhile, Belle is sitting on the couch reading a book. Belle loves reading books and daydreaming. Okay, that was a really good first part. So this is chapter 2, childhood, so I'm gonna do that in the next video. Bye!